Hey guys, in the last few sessions, we have discussed about the functional interfaces. Okay. And we have seen an example of the functional interface as well. And we have discussed about the properties of the functional interfaces. In this session, we will be learning about the additional methods we are going to write inside the functional interface. Yeah. In functional interface, in addition to the single abstract method, we can write any number of default and static methods. We can write any number of default and static methods. So let's discuss what are the default methods. Yeah. What are the default methods? So before Java 8, we could only declare abstract methods in an interface. However, Java 8 introduced the concept of default methods. Java 8 introduced the concept of default methods. Default methods are the methods that can have the body. Default methods are the methods that can have the body. For example, this is the example of defining the default method. So we will be defining the default method in the same way inside the interface. So why we are using the default methods? The most important use of default methods in the interface, inside the interface, is to provide the additional functionality to a given type without breaking down the implementation classes. Let's take an example over here. Yeah. So this is an example. Let's say here we have an interface I1 and we have the implementation classes. We have the classes which is implementing the interface I1. So in interface I1, we have a method called display and we are overriding that method inside the classes, implementation classes. Now let's say suddenly I have added a new method. Okay, let's say info method I have added inside the interface. Okay. So as I have added a new method inside interface, I haven't overridden this method inside the classes, class A and class B. Okay. So now this will break the classes actually, as you have provided the new method and you have unimplemented that method inside the, class B and class A. So definitely it will break down the classes, break down the implementation classes. However, sometimes methods can have only the single implementation and there is no need to provide the implementation in each class. In each class. In that case, we can declare that method as an interface. We can declare that method as a default inside the interface and provide the implementation in the interface method, interface itself. Okay, we can provide the implementation directly inside the interface. For example, let's say I want to add a greet method inside my interface I1. Okay, so I don't want to break the implementation which is there actually. Now what I'll do is I'll directly provide the implementation over here. Okay, so here you can see, right, I have provided an implementation directly, so anyone can use this greet method. So this greet method will be available for both class A and class B. So now as it is, directly we have provided the implementation and as we are using the default method as well, so there is no break of the code will happen actually. Okay, there is no break of the code, and even you can use this default method in any one of the method, which wherever any one of the class wherever you need it actually. You can make a call to the greet method, you can start executing the things whatever you need it. Okay. Yeah, I think that's all for this session. In the next session we will be discussing about the syntax of default methods. Okay, until then, thank you for watching. Bye bye.